All right, welcome everyone to another episode of Tactical Advantage. We have Tassenix Dagger, Diezel, Ringer, Forever 2.0, and Elder. How we doing, guys?
Doing well.
Good.
Doing good.
Good.
I'd say I'd be doing better, but I just muted my mic the whole time.
Outstanding.
Professional streamer at work.
We're professionals here.
Sounds like someone needs a smoke break.
Don't tempt me.
I'm partaking.
So, what you guys been up to this week? Off week.
Mods, and more mods.
I know, man, you've been doing that.
Everything's been pretty all in on TW, so not a lot of rest there.
Gotcha.
No, can confirm. Pretty much TW.
Yeah, pretty much mods and TW.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me know.
My focus has been on recruiting so we can get ready for TW. I think we're good on our recruiting, so now it's time to actually get our TW strategy on lock.
Yeah, anybody knows Diezel's my guild leader, one of my accounts. So anybody out there. Yeah, me and Elder did a couple streams this week with mods.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it went real well, mods. Wolf, we remodded.
Your brother did spectacular.
I know. He owes me some subs for that. But other than that, I mean, yeah, we did a couple mod streams. Whatever I can think of, to be honest. So we'll jump into it. Let's see. So I want to give a congratulations to Elder. He won our bracket, GAC bracket. Congrats. And he went 12 and 0 actually.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Yeah, like
That's it.
actually in GAC. Yeah, he did really well.
Awesome.
So congrats on that. I gotta mix it up a little bit so you don't get 12 and 0 this time again. Other than that, I mean, yeah. So let's go around the table a little bit. Dagger's new with us. Not new to Tassenix because he's from his Discord. So we'll just go around the table. If anybody don't know, just tell us about yourself. Most of us are streamers. Some of us aren't, but it's all right. We'll start with Tassenix.
Sure. Yes, I am Tassenix. I'm in Shadowlands Vanguard. I'm ultimately, our head of mod compliance. I stream, and I'm trying to get my first undefeated season. I was on track until the final week, and then I went 1-2 in that order. 1, then 2. It was bad. It was tough. So, yeah. That's the whole story for now.
All right. Trouble?
I'm Trouble on Demand. I love to stream my GACs. That's all I pretty much have been streaming so far. Thinking about starting to do some TW stuff and maybe just actual YouTube content, but I need to actually get a better laptop or I just need more hard drive space is what I need to do if I'm going to start making an actual video. So for now it's streaming, but in the near future I might actually start doing some real content.
Real content. All right, Dagger?
Yeah, I'm Dagger. I'm a TW officer for TI. I used to stream some of my GACs and upload them until the market became super saturated about a year and a half ago. I didn't want to put the effort into production value, so I figured I might as well just take a step back. I mod for several other YouTubers and streamers, though.
Ooh.
I'm more of a 5v5 specialist, so I'm really, really happy that we're going back to 5s.
Nice. Yeah, I was going to ask if you streamed, but I didn't. I was like, well, I didn't want to say anything because we're mostly streamers. I was like, but I was going to ask.
Yeah, I used to stream back about 2 years ago with a buddy of mine. We used to stream like our GAC fights as like a group.
Okay.
It was fun.
Cool.
But yeah, then COVID happened, and I didn't. And then everyone started streaming, and then I kind of dropped it.
Somebody said in chat says, was a TW ever offer for TI? Lord Ryan.
Who's this Lord Ryan guy?
Some scrub.
All right, Elder.
Well, how you doing, everybody? I'm Eldor. I'm the leader of a smaller guild known as the Heroes of the Republic. We also a streamer. Go on, have some fun every time. Do some grand arenas, some dailies. We talk about the game. We have fun, and that's pretty much all there is.
Ringer.
So I am the Ringer experience. I do a lot of the GAC streams as well. I was in Shadowlands, and then I was set to retire, and that went well. So now I'm back, and apparently running TW for my first guild while I'm on vacation.
Are you really on vacation?
No, I've been doing more work now I was doing more work now than I did in Shadowlands.
Huh. All right, Diezel.
What's up? So, yeah, I'm Diezel. I'm a guild leader. Trevor is one of my officers, so that means I do absolutely nothing and he does everything.
And it's what it feels like. This is 100% what it feels like.
But in all seriousness, no, I'm a guild leader of Sith Shadows, and then I also created a community of guilds called Legions of the Sith. I would say more community than alliance because we don't. It's literally just a community of guilds that just get together on Discord and help each other out. But I run territory war recruiting along with Trevor. He's been a big help with that. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, everybody knows who I am.
Oh, yeah, I've never heard of you before.
I'll shut up or I'll kick you. I've been streaming about 1.5 years. Still trying to get the YouTube to go. Just haven't found any good content to put on YouTube. That's my problem. I mostly do GACs. I'll do when Conquest. This past Conquest, I did stream it. I didn't have fun with that. That's up to debate for everybody. But yeah, I usually just stream GACs. I might do some territory wars because we're getting up there in our guild. So we're getting close to 300 mil. So I might start streaming those as well. But yeah, I mean, I stream like 4 days a week, and we do this every other Sunday. So, all right, we went and ran on the table. Let's talk about the rumors. If you think they're serious or not, Mary Jade.
I think it's real.
I'm gonna
I think
quote.
it's real as well.
All the rumors are true.
Yeah.
Seems all but certain.
I would almost not even call that a rumor anymore since the Google Play and Apple Store literally announced her.
I was watching Arnold's video. You know, he broke it. I was watching his video, and he did say sometimes Google does do this in Apple, and then sometimes CG shuts it down. The CG hasn't said anything yet. So I just want to know if you guys don't think it's gonna stay put. I mean, I would love if it stays up, but I just want to know, you think they'll shut it down, or you think this is true?
No, I think if they shut this down, it'll be the biggest mistake. One of the biggest mistakes they've made in a long time. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, at this point, you have the community so hyped up that taking this away would not do you any.
Well, I mean, yeah, overarching all of it, Google didn't get this info by accident, right? And they're not rushing to put it up just because they heard it from some guy. Like, it's there
Exactly.
for a reason.
I will say though that if they don't have Mara Jade coming, right now there's two guys at CG reskinning some character into Mara Jade feverishly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're putting a wig on their Piet model. We're gonna get there.
Exactly, or something, with the gun right there.
Or a Singh with a red wig. That's the model. Done. Done.
The other debate is, what kind of tag is she gonna get? She's like, everybody knows she has multiples. So what we got?
Whichever way they want to go with it.
I'm hoping Empire. We're already flush with Jedi.
I think we're pretty heavy on Empire too, and Sith.
Yeah, but I think giving Mara Jade and Starkiller to like Lord Vader to power him up is probably better. Like, do the Jedi really need help when you have like 4 leads?
I think she'll definitely get unaligned Force user because she was with Empire, but she wasn't necessarily labeled a Sith. She was more under, you know what I mean?
Apprentice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll get the Sith.
Yeah, I definitely don't think she'll get Sith.
I'm thinking unaligned Force user and possibly Empire.
I'm hoping for those tags personally. I would love to see.
She's still going to be light side though. I mean, because she is going to be meant to be played alongside like Jedi Knight Luke, right? There's got to be some kind of interplay there.
Do you think so? Because Jedi Knight Luke only interacts with non-Old Republic Jedi, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah.
I could see her having the
You could have a
Empire
Jedi
Unaligned Force user tags and having some Jedi Knight Luke synergy because they do meet multiple times as adversaries. And they are forced to interact with each other or cooperate with each other in the novels.
I mean, the thing that we were talking about this on one of my streams, and one of the things that I was thinking along the line was kind of something like you were thinking, Ringer, something to the effect of having different kinds of synergies, not so much if you're against him, there's certain kinds of boosts that she would have, but if you're on his side, you would have some kind of synergy also. I think something like that would actually be very interesting because we've never seen anything like that in a character where you could have that person either on the team or going against that person, and you could have different synergies working in a way like that. I don't know. I don't see CG going that far as to do something like that, but I think that would be something really interesting to play with.
Yeah,
I think my biggest.
Go on, Dagger.
I think my biggest thought process on this is: are we going to get one Mara Jade? Because if we only get one Mara Jade, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a Jedi. But I think one of the things that'll make it kind of cool if we get like an Empire Unaligned Force user Mara Jade is it means we're getting other ones at some point.
Kind of like how they did with Stilia.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Like, I think that would be really awesome because if they gave us the dark side Empire Unaligned Force user, that would like signal sometime down the road we're gonna get the Jedi version.
I could see that happening.
Yeah, I'm seeing it as just one character though, most likely. I mean, no indications of 2 anyway. No reason to think it's 2.
Yeah,
so if it's gonna be one. It's
yeah,
going to be
one
a Jedi.
for now for sure, but definitely I could see later on down the road if it's successful that they drop the second one.
Yeah, but I think that's only, in my opinion, I think that might only be viable if they do the dark side one first.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I think they're going to do is they're going to do the dark side one now, and they'll save the light side one for if they continue to do legacy events and they want to drop New Order Luke or Darth Cassius. You now have New Jedi Order Mara Jade to just drop for the legacy event.
Yeah, because this is the first event of its type.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember how when everybody was having the conversations about what were the last JMK requirements going to be, and it was such a huge upset that the requirements were tougher than anything we'd seen before. And then Lord Vader was a one-up on that. Like, we all had our predictions going into both of those, for example. I mean, it's not entirely useful for us to sit and guess exactly which way they want to go with it when they've certainly been willing to, up the ante on our expectations.
Yeah, they're good for that.
Yeah, they've been good about that this year.
I'm actually pretty excited about this one. Especially if she gets Jedi, because that's what I'm working on. I'm actually pretty. I think there's a lot of buzz right now. It's good excitement actually. I mean, I'm excited. I've heard a lot of people say, "Ooh, hold on, what was that? This with the raid? What is up, everybody? Party of 13?
Hey.
Hello.
Welcome, brother." So I mean, I'm pumped. I shouldn't get too pumped because you know how they are. They get your expectations high. You don't want to get them too high. They let you down. You know what I mean? I understand that.
Yeah.
I try not to get too excited, but this one I'm actually excited about. I had people I've talked privately with where everybody's excited because this is like Dagger said, this is the first time this kind of event they're grabbing from the comic books or books and the other games. Like, they should have done this a long time ago.
Well, that's what we've been saying is for a long time they should have been pulling from the legacy stuff. I mean, they've already have a history of doing it because Revan and Bastila were not canon at the time they were put in game.
Exactly.
They had already been rewritten by when Disney rewrote what was canon, and same thing with the Triumvirate. So this should have been a long time coming. Like when we had that slump in 2020, this should have been what hit 2020. But I'm glad we're here now.
Well, they had new TV shows and stuff that came through at that time, so that's where we got Mando and things like that, or BAM, I should say.
Well, no, the very beginning of 2020, they had nothing other than just Kara and
well, they were in Unity mode, weren't they? Then at that point, I think that's when they were doing the
spaghetti
engine changeover or whatever. But back to what you were saying though, in regards to pulling from games and whatnot. What if Starkiller ends up being like Revan, and we got a light side and dark side version of him, as well as Mara Jade and a whole bunch of the other supporting cast, whoever they're going to drop on us, and we end up with light side and dark side versions of both.
I don't think it'll be bad.
I'm here for it.
I think that's just a way to build up even more excitement because people are very excited already as it is for Starkiller. Never mind, now we're going to get a dark side and a light side one. The only thing that I fear from it is if it turns into a meta of any type. I'm just slightly in fear of, we saw what happened with the Jedi Knight Revan and Darth Revan metas and how they never ended, and I just don't want to see that happen with the Starkiller either.
Well, they're not going to be GLs.
I also think they have a
that level.
I also think they have a baked-in way to balance it now with Omicrons.
Right.
Right, they can make this team really good in exactly one game mode.
Right.
Right, like that. I think that's a big way to make things air quotes meta. You know what I mean? They don't have to. They don't have to make it game breaking now. They can just, like with Phasma's Omicron. Apparently, people are losing with GLs to that sometimes in TW. Right? Like there's some really really powerful things they can do just by this new ability type, and it's constrained by game mode, so you don't even get a chance to test against it. You just have to go in blind and like throw crap against the wall and see what sticks.
So it's funny you mentioned Omicrons. One of my guildies has the Omicron on Phasma, which we're gonna get to here in a minute.
Oh yeah.
But he has 20 holds right now, and it's just bonkers.
Told you, Diezel.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sitting at like 2 Omicrons away. That's happening this week.
Let me reach out to one of my officers because he said he used his Night Sisters to beat it, and I mean I believe him. I don't see why he would lie, and I know it had it because they crushed my Geos. Like Geos usually walk all over that team, and I didn't even get a turn in, and it wasn't loaded.
Maybe they didn't have it modded right.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it's
a lead,
proper
man.
blocking.
That
Daka
could be
Lee.
also. It probably didn't have the best mods on it, but I know they did have the Omicron, so like it had the bonus. But he did beat it with Night Sisters. I don't know how. Let me reach out to him real quick and see how, and I'll be right back. Like, I'm still here, but let me see.
Mary J.
I've also seen a screenshot of Padme beating it as well.
Mary J says.
Go ahead, Trevor.
Mary J says, I believe Star Killer's place is next to Lord Vader. I don't see anyone else he can go. He has one more thing to say. Omicrons are the new game changer. I saw Phasma give CLS a run for his money, but Rebels are too nasty. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna agree with Dagger. I think the way you make new characters game breaking nowadays is gonna be game breaking in a mode that they want them in, but they're never gonna be like meta arena game breaking like a GL.
Yeah, this is the design space that they like kind of nerfed GL counters a little bit, and they powered up the GLs a little bit to like create this design space, I think.
Makes sense.
All right, so Ringer, you want to go over the kits?
I suppose I can. Give me 2 seconds. Let me pull up the L notes. Alrighty, so let's talk about Phasma first, because this is going to be the one that takes us probably a lot longer than Rose Tico is going to. So Captain Phasma's original text on her leader ability was, whenever an ally attacks, they have 20% chance to call a random ally to assist. This chance is tripled if the attacking ally is first order. If that ally had advantage, they regain it for 2 turns. First order allies gain advantage for 2 turns at the start of each encounter. Cannot be critically hit while they have advantage and gain 20% potency, which sounds really good. Let me just change this over to white so I can actually read it off the black background. Her new leader text with Zeta and Omicron. First order allies have plus 20% potency, gain advantage for 2 turns at the start of each encounter, and cannot be critically hit while they have advantage. Whenever an ally attacks, they have a 20% chance to call a random ally. Same stuff, same wording. Great, perfect. While in territory wars, additional 10% chance to call a random ally to assist. Captain Phasma has plus 100 speed whenever a first order ally attacks out of turn. First order allies recover 5% health and protection. And whenever a first order ally gains advantage, they also gain 10% offense stacking for the rest of the battle, and all first order allies gain 7.5% turn meter. This is huge. So for those of you guys sitting at home who are not math experts, let's talk some math here. A non-first order ally has 30% chance to call and assist. A first order ally has 70%. You're almost always calling an assist. And every time you start attacking out of turn or they start gaining advantage, they're going to start stacking offense. You're going to start gaining turn meter. And plus, since they all start the game with advantage, all your first order team is going to gain 30% turn meter right out of the gate. It's just nasty.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
I mean, it sounded good on paper before we even got to this point, and then we're already seeing just how good it really is. So,
Yeah, it's definitely insane. Just to confirm, though, I just got a hold of my officer. He did beat it with all Gear 12 Night Sisters, except Daka. She's Relic 7. But he said it was cakewalk.
Well, yeah, you have a turn meter team that's just gaining turn meter. That's what Night Sisters thrive off of.
Yeah, and killing, you know what I mean? And all those deaths were probably just making Daka super thick.
Right.
And Asajj deadly. So, but yeah, that's nice to know that Night Sisters is a good counter for that.
Be careful though, because you can shut that off by putting Hux on the team.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
true.
going to say, wouldn't Hux be a counter too, right?
Possibly. Or Hux would stop their turn meter gain, yes.
Yes.
Exactly. So you could go right back on with another first order team, which would nullify Phasma.
I think there are versions of this team that are incredibly scary. I think the only question that comes up is how do you split your first order now if you're trying to make 2 good teams for TW instead of 1?
Right.
Because Slacker loses Hux and presumably Red to this team.
I don't know that I'd go so far to take Red. I feel like Fox and OG Kylo have a place there. Like, it's just crazy TM game. Because, taking away all that ult charge away from Slacker sounds like bad business.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think you want Red with Slacker. You probably still want Fu and First Order Stormtrooper with Slacker. But I can see Hux having a place with Phasma now.
I think it might be necessary to try and slow down CLSs and stop like the Night Sister shenanigans or anything that relies on turn meter to beat it.
So now the question is, who do you put in the 5th spot for Slacker?
Depends on, like, if you're using him on offense, does he need a 5th most of the time?
Probably not. Depends on what you're pulling against, I guess. I mean, if you're pulling against a non-GL team, you don't really need the 5th. If you're pulling against something like a Rey or a he does well against Lord Vader. I don't want to say you don't need a 5th. I'm not well enough versed in those matchups to really say one way or the other.
Against Lord Vader, you want Watt as your 5th. Put the tank tech on a Slacker, I think. And that was kind of what I was thinking. Like, you can have a more, I don't want to say dumbed down, but a slightly less powerful Slacker team because Slacker is that powerful. You just might not plan on using Slacker against JMK Cat at that point. Or something else that might be a stronger team.
Oh, you want to go over the Rose Tico?
Oh, I guess. Do I have
Almost
to?
on principle, no, but like probably at some point, but I'm not in a rush.
So, I don't hate this Omicron. We're just gonna go with the final text because no one actually really cares what her unique ability was beforehand. While in Grand Arena,
assessment, yes.
While in Grand Arena, all resistance allies also gain plus 10% turn meter for each exposed enemy, and they gain 5% turn meter whenever a resistance ally scores a critical hit. My Jedi Training Rey wants this, but I don't know that you really want to put her as your 5th in a Jedi Training Rey team. Like, both Jedi Training Rey and Finn turn meter want it, but it doesn't really. It hurts. And you know what the worst part is? You have to put a Zeta on first.
And the thing is, everything with Rose Tico really hurts at the end of the day.
I mean, I have a Relic 5 Rose Tico sitting in my roster. I might as well get something out of it, but I don't. Like, my team
so
wants
do
it.
But is it a sunken cost fallacy here that we're like, okay, well, maybe if we sink, a Zeta and 20 Omicrons into her, then she'll be good.
She'll be good, yeah.
You know?
No, I don't think that'll happen. And
After that investment, she's still just Rancor food, man. I think that would really be devastating.
So I think if it was any other game mode than Grand Arena, you'd have a decent chance here.
Right.
Because it's not a bad thing, and there are teams that want this, but where are you going to use a JTR team at most of the time? Where are you going to use a Finn, Poe Terminator team where you don't already know you're just going to overpower and kill the thing to death?
This Omicron
LS.
feels like it would have been really good before the TW changes.
Yeah.
I don't think, like you guys are saying, this one feels weaker on paper. Now, I don't think Rose is the worst resistance character in the game, right? But I think that she gets left off every team because she's just not good enough. And while this Omicron is good, I don't think this makes, and again, if somebody does it and proves me wrong, sure. But I don't think this Omicron on her makes the JTR team do something it didn't already do.
Right. Like, it feeds into what JTR wants to do, but I don't know that it takes any of the fifth slots away from her to put her on the team.
And by the time, like, we're talking about this free of priority, right? Like, I don't know about you guys. My first three are all for Dad Bod Boba, then like Dash or Phasma, or any one of the other characters that'll be coming out in the next few weeks might be just rocketing right up that priority. My suspicion is that between the characters that they're possibly, the ones that they already backtrack to add to, and then with other old ones that they'll probably backtrack and add on, and then with new characters coming out on top of it, she's going to be one of those low priority options that you may never get to, and that's mostly probably okay.
She's the Qui-Gon Jinn of Omicron.
Boom. That works. That's a good one.
Qui-Gon Jinn might not be Qui-Gon Jinn once that Omicron hits for him. So we might
Yeah.
might not age well.
The only downside to that specifically is his Omicron will likely be on his leadership, because that's where his Zeta is, and he has a lot of competition for Jedi lead.
But if he is made good, I mean, okay, well then fine. He'll win one of those competitions. What mode is he gonna get it for?
We don't know.
Okay.
Let it be TV.
Let him be a god of some kind.
I would actually be okay with him getting like a TB Omicron. I would be interested to see them lean into like TB, because we don't have any yet, right? Just GAC and TW.
Yeah.
But I think it would be cool to lean into TB. I think the only problem is nobody's going to use Darkside TB Omicrons on anything.
Not until they drop the next TB.
Exactly.
I don't want to talk about that.
Isn't there something in the rumor mill about them working on exactly that? A new Darkside TV?
There might be rumors about them working on Starkiller based TV somewhere. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Yep, that's why I don't want to think about a new TV. I don't like the ones we have. I don't want a new one.
I don't like the current thing, therefore I don't want the new thing.
I don't like the template of it. But sure. Give me a harder one, I guess.
Withered inside.
Yep.
I might be in the minority that actually likes TV, because it's something I can actually continue to toss my roster at, where it's gotten to where I just don't trivialize it right off the bat. I mean, I'm sitting at 7.74 with 134 Gear 13s at least. Like, I just kind of trivialize most things at this point. So, new TV.
I need a whale button.
It's called your credit card.
Not mine.
You're not putting it on mine.
I've never really been a fan of TB. I mean, I do it because it's necessary for the guild, but I personally, I love territory war. That's my thing, and it's kind of similar to your reason for TB, because I can throw my whole roster at it. You know what I mean? I can just attack, and I love it. It's my favorite game mode, hands down.
I prefer TW because I feel like my planning is rewarded. TB doesn't change. I don't have to plan. I just have to move mods if that's something I'm into.
Good change if they get a new one.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I actually really like the Reek, the Acklay, and the Nexu missions. I actually really do like those. The Waves thing can die in a car fire, but I really do like the mini bosses that they put into the 2 Geo ones.
Yeah, TV's all right. It's my least preferred mode. Probably, well, I guess with the exception of Conquest. But otherwise, yeah, TV isn't that hot for me. It's not that interesting. Like PvP is where the fun and where the where the strategy and where the thinking's at.
Absolutely. Yeah, when TB and Conquest are going at the same time, that's basically hell.
Oh.
I think I would also more enjoy TB if I didn't have so many accounts, because it's just so repetitive, and you know what I mean, it gets to you. You know, I have 4 and my wife has 1, so there's some weeks that I'm playing 5 accounts on TB, and it's just like, wow.
All right, so let me clarify. Let me just clarify. I would probably agree with all of you about TW if I wasn't working 16 hours every weekday, which is what prompted the retirement. When I was actually able to play TW, it was great. Now I just have more time to do TB, and I actually enjoy the intricacies of trying to max out waves, because that's all I have time for.
I agree there, and once you do get that last star in the waves, it's always a good feeling.
What's the next one?
Dash Rendar.
Get it?
What, you want me to read the whole damn thing?
Hey, you made the notes.
God damn it.
I would read it for you, but I'm dyslexic.
I read them last. Remember, y'all? I read them last podcast.
Dude, didn't I read half of them?
No, you did not.
What drugs are you on, and can I have some?
All right.
All right. So we have a new unit out.
The answer to that is yes and no.
That's not how stoners interact, Tassenix.
If only I could pass it through the phone, man. I got you.
Alrighty, unit name Dash Rendar. Alignment light side, categories light side, support, leader, scoundrel. I actually am surprised he wasn't an attacker over a support unit, but that's just me. Basic ability, Fearless Advanced. Final text. Deal physical damage 3 times to target enemy. For each critical hit, call another random prepared ally to assist. Dealing 75% less damage. Limit once per ally. So it's going to be a thing. It's going to hurt a lot. Special 1, stop right there. Cooldown 2. Final text, deal special damage to target enemy and dispel all buffs on them. Then stun them for 1 turn. This attack does 20% more damage for each buff dispelled. Special 2, Seeker Missiles. Cooldown of 4. Final text, deal physical damage 3 times to all enemies. The first instance of damage dispels stealth and dazes for 2 turns. Second instance of damage inflicts defense down for 2 turns. And third instance of damage inflicts critical damage down for 2 turns. This attack cannot be evaded or resisted. Do we have another instance of a game where each attack has a separate chance to put on a different debuff that anyone's aware of at this point, other than Dash? Like, this is just insane.
Gengar, maybe? I don't think it's phrased the same, though.
Possibly.
I think it has to do with crits, though, not individual instances of damage.
We'll have to go look at that another time. Leader, prepared for anything. Final text, Omicron. There's no Zeta on it, so I'm assuming it's just an Omicron. Scoundrel allies enter the battle prepared, and prepared allies gain an additional bonus based on their roll, doubled for light side scoundrels. Whenever a scoundrel ally gains prepared, they gain crit damage up and offense up for 1 turn. Attackers gain plus 15% critical damage. Tanks gain plus 10 or 15% max health. And support and healers gain plus 10 speed and 10% potency. While in Grand Arena, if an ally loses prepared, they gain prepared. And the final unique, or the only unique, Hot Shot. Final text with a Zeta. Scoundrel allies gain 20% max health, 20% potency, and 20% offense. Whenever a prepared ally lands a critical hit, all prepared allies gain 2% turn meter.
Nice job. Has anybody tested this character out?
I have not.
So that's the better question. Does anyone have solo characters geared up to actually test this?
Like Gear 12?
Yeah, I do. I do have Young Han at Relic 5 now. In the last couple of weeks, I did that. Still think he's gonna want the Zeta though if you're actually gonna use him with this team. So I'm not exactly wanting to part with the Zeta just yet.
Also, reading over his kit, if you're not putting the Omicron on, I think Kira might just still be a better lead.
Yeah, I would agree with that because a lot of the solo team gets their oomph from their prepared abilities.
Yeah. But if you put the Omicron on him, I think he's going to be pretty filthy.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really good Omicron, right? Like it's just a question of when you get it, not if you get it.
Yeah, because Vandor Chewbacca's stupid.
Yeah, this makes Vandor Chewbacca like better than Jesus. You don't have to wait 3 days to get res, and Jesus only did it once. Vandor's going to be about that all day.
Gosh, I gotta edit that.
I need to clip that.
We gotta edit that out of there.
Oh no, we're leaving that. When I do final edits, we're leaving that.
Oh man. Do you apologize? Huh. That was funny.
So this really feels like the 5th that we've been waiting on for a long time for solo based characters, which I'm a fan of. I liked the solo characters, and they just never added the last missing piece they needed until now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I want to see what this team's capable of. I don't know if you've seen the Arnold video already. Him pushing against like Darth Revan's and the like, and teams up around that caliber, General, and below that, of course, General Grievous, Bad Batch. Definitely makes the team seem very, very capable. But we're talking like a B team contender, possibly punching up into A team.
Yeah, I saw that Darth Revan. I mean, that'd be nice. Use that team against them and like GAC.
Be nice to save my Imperial Troopers for something else.
Yeah.
This does also kind of like have a. So I was talking with a couple of guildmates a couple weeks ago about what were the last characters not needed for anything. And as we were kind of going back, we kind of landed on the Prepared Squad being the last team that wasn't really required for anything. And I think this is a signal in a way that everything will get a rework at some point, whether it's by a rework or by something like this. Because we already knew they were kind of trying to do that with like Mon Mothma and things like that, right? Like they've been trying to power, like GBA trying to power up some of these weaker factions. And I really like that they're going back and revisiting some of these old teams, even if they are for one game mode.
Yeah, I do like it. I do like, we do have a list of characters. I think Rostico is going to be one of them. That everybody's favorite. But, I mean, they got the Ewoks on there too, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one to see what they do, and how they just completely manage to make Ewoks into just a turn meter.
I love it. I got a Relic 5 one. I will eat every mother effer in the world.
I want the Ewoks to have their day.
My Ewoks gets holes on defense. So you imagine if they put it on GAC? I'm hoping. I'm praying.
I love that Ewoks are the only team that I will turn the sounds on in game for. Also, remember that Hera and Nebit are also getting Omicrons.
Yeah.
Those are all for GAC.
They haven't announced what mode they're for.
Yeah, they just only announced it too, but I'm hoping. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really hoping Hera just turns the Rebel squad into a machine gun for something, because I want a reason to gear up Rebels. I liked the Rebels. They don't do anything.
Well, they used to do damage.
Outside of CLS, ain't nothing.
Magma does pretty good damage. I mean,
Yeah. Rebel
lots
fighters.
of damage, but they'll cut you to death. Just Phoenix.
Let me see what we got here. The next topic was. We'll do that.
That's what I meant was when I said Rebels, the characters from the Rebel TV show. That was my bad. I didn't clarify that well.
Oh, good.
So we got. Did everybody check out the 50th anniversary calendar? And the inbox they dropped today. Rewards.
Oh, the anniversary gift?
Yeah, for the birthday.
Yeah, I was
rewards.
pleasantly surprised with it. We got a few solid gear pieces, 25 Zetas. It's pretty nice.
Yeah,
Very
there's a
nice.
fat box.
Very nice.
Goes down with it.
Yeah, good amount of the Karatex too, which I've been the bane of my existence for the past 3 weeks.
It was
I
nice.
don't believe this, but I love free stuff.
What? No.
You know what I'm thinking, Dagger.
Yeah, I do.
You're my
That's why I
boss.
said that.
Well, fill the class in. Don't be shy.
No, I'll tell you off.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Do you guys edit? Do you guys edit this?
I can.
I'm Jewish.
Okay.
I'm Jewish. I like free stuff.
Right, that was the joke.
That's the
Like,
joke.
How typical of your people, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna edit this. Damn it. God. Well, now since I have to edit it, I can cut this out too in the same spot. God damn it, Trevor.
I had to bring some spice into it this week.
We were having a good, clean special week.
That's right. You weren't gonna get any nasty letters or anything until now.
Twitch don't shut us down. We have to bring a new name.
But it was nice to get some free stuff. I mean, it's a nice haul compared to what they normally do every year. I mean, who doesn't like free stuff?
I got my 3 Clone Wars Chewbacca shards on top of it all. Like I feel duly compensated. You know, nothing was left off the table for my expectations. It was a good box. Good box.
Yeah, I actually really like the breadth of the box. Like, I don't recall them actually giving us so much like across the board, like full gear pieces, multiple different mod slicing materials. I don't like relic material and signal data. I don't recall if they gave us all of that last year. Maybe they did, and I just don't remember because they're stingy.
For 1 year, they cut back.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, barely anything.
Yeah, no, last year we didn't get nearly as. I don't even think there was full gear pieces. We got like a few individual pieces, but nothing full. And I don't even think they gave us relic materials, and only 20 Zetas. They even gave us 25 this time.
They did give us relic materials last year. Not a lot of them though.
Okay.
I actually have the 2020 rewards pulled up. If you guys,
I smoke entirely too much. My memory is trash.
I mean, I can either put a link to this or I can actually read them off. Depends on if you guys want to go in depth on this.
Why are you keeping a year's worth of rewards in a picture?
Because I have Google, Trevor. I can Google things.
You Google that quick.
Yes. That's what I do. That's my day job right there.
Okay. Why you're on reading duty?
All right. You know what? Just so last year, we got 20 Zetas, 10 Omegas, 75 Bronzium wings, 90 Carbonite circuit boards, 500,000 credits, 15 Chromium transistors, 35 fragmented signal data, 10 finalizer blueprints, 5 Hermit Yoda shards, 15 incomplete signal data, 15 injector cell salvage, 15 injector handle, 15 injector head salvage, 1 MK3 Carbonti, 1 MK6 droid collar, 1 MK5 stun gun prototype, important, 1 MK biotech implant, 25 MK7 Chirotech shock prods, 25 battle computers, 20 MK2 pulse modulators, 50 MK1 bonding pins, 50 MK1 fusion discs. I regret saying I was going to read this now. 50 MK1 power flow control chips.
5 golden rings.
And up, hold on, we'll get there.
And beer in a tree.
50 MK1 fusion coils, 50 MK1 amplifiers, 50 MK1 capacitors, 10 MK2 circuit breakers, 5 MK2 thermal exchange units, 5 MK2 variable resistors, 3 MK2 microprocessors, 10 Radis blueprints, 500,000 ship building materials, 5 Wampa shards, and 3 Clone Wars Chewbacca shards. Got there.
All right, I stopped caring about halfway through the list.
I figured. So did I.
Yeah.
I think we all needed the 5 golden rings.
Yes.
Shouldn't have been 1 golden ring to rule them all, though.
Maybe. So let me ask you, you've got the power of Google under your command, but you don't have the power of drag image on the screen, so you don't have to read all of that.
I'm not the one controlling OBS, or I would have.
Oh, where's the support? Where's the wingmanship?
I went on break.
Yeah, I said straight up I wasn't here, so yeah.
So, what's everybody's GP? What division you guys are in GAC?
I'm like 9.3 mil right now.
1.
I'm 7.5, Division 2.
7.74 Division 2.
8.3 Division 1.
Does that make me the baby at 5.7 in Division 4?
No, I think that's still Trevor.
Yeah, still me. Still whooping that butt, though. Still whooping that butt. Have you two ever faced off? Tassenix and Dagger?
No.
Said that with a laugh too, like.
You said that off fast too. I was like,
I don't know if you're aware of how much a million GP is.
Yeah, he's in the 180 weight class. I'm in the 210. Like we just
matchmaking sucks. I mean, matchmaking sucks.
It's sad. I don't even know what division I'm in.
If Tassenix and I fought, I wouldn't see anything that wasn't an R7 on defense, and I'd be putting down R3s. Just for context, for people who don't know how much that 1 million matters.
yeah.
A large amount.
I have a lot of optional R7s just for my own amusement.
Although Trouble, we're getting pretty close to being in the range of each other.
Pretty close. I've been hoarding for a little while. I have not moved. Other than I just did armor the other day. I got her finally up to relic. To go with Maul. But other than that, yeah, I'm just crawling. I'm saving up for Vader at the moment. So I'm finishing off Bad Batch and then doing Vader after that. So I'm probably not going to move for another 2 or 3 months. I'll be stuck here at 7.5, which is fine.
That's okay. I was playing at 7.1, playing against 7.7, so don't worry, we'll get paired.
It's possible. It's possible. I've only got 4 GLs right now, though. How many do you have?
5, and I get paired against people with 4 all the
Oh,
time.
I get paired. Yeah, I get paired against people with 5 all the time. So yeah, I guess it is possible.
I actually got paired with 2 people that had 6 last time, and I got lucky that they didn't care about 3s.
I faced one of those this round. Actually, my very last match, championship round, the guy did 2 battles and then just messaged me and said, "Well, I just made Kyber. Don't need to fight anymore. See you later. Good luck. Have fun." And he never attacked again. He didn't drop a battle. He just 2 battles, done, out. I was like, this is the championship round. This is it's not going to be good for my stream, man. Is what it is. I like 3s though. I don't mind 3s. I like switching it up. I do better in
3s
5s.
has grown on me. 3s is good. It's refreshing from 5s, and it forces you to look at your characters in a way that you don't have to for any other mode of play. It's I don't know, it's fun. And this is what I tell people all the time that don't like 3s. The rewards are the same. It's the only GAC game in town for the next month. Get good. What else are you gonna do GAC-wise?
Flip it.
Exactly.
Get good.
I wish we had 3s less frequently than we do. I don't hate the game mode. I just get very irritated because it feels like there's a large portion of the player base who either auto sets or does their all GL manual set. And that makes it a lot less enjoyable for someone who's in the 6 GL bracket. I'm
I
rather
agree
sick
there.
of half
Auto
of
sets are brutal.
Yeah, I'm rather sick of half of my 3v3 GACs being I guess I'll clear half your board.
Yeah.
I guess after playing the best GAC round I've ever played, I'd be the last person to really bitch about 3s. But that being said, I mean, I'm one of those guys that actually likes 3s. I enjoy it every time. I've always liked it from the beginning because we're so used to this 5-on-5 dynamic that we have that it's refreshing to come in and see a 3v3 where you can be more creative. And I understand up at the higher levels where it's all about galactic legends and everything, it can be a little more difficult, but I'm not there yet, so I can't really speak from that level. But at the lower levels, it's really fun to take a group of 50 characters that you really wouldn't put together and try to figure out how to win a grand arena with it, and how to put teams together that will work. And to me, I found it to be very fun, and you really learn a lot about your teams when you're forced to play 3v3 as opposed to playing at 5v5 like we normally do.
I don't like 3s. I did well, very well. I don't like it because you have the mindset of this team will beat this team in your head, but in 3s it's a different ballgame. So you got mentally got to think, well, that team will just start Revan versus Gas.
Yeah, you have to build up 2 sets of knowledge with the same faces and names.
Yeah, so you gotta, when I'm sitting in there and I'm thinking, I'm no, that's not gonna work. And chat's yeah, it will. No, it's not. So I mean, stuff like that. That's the only reason I don't like 3s. But I'm getting better at it. But yeah, I mean, less frequently be better. But it is what it is.
Conversely, though, there are things that initially you think might not work, but then they do end up working in 3s where they wouldn't work in 5s.
Yeah,
Not wrong. I have 2.
That's what I find interesting about it.
I have a point to make off both of you. So I'll start with Trevor.
Cool.
It's a shame there isn't a database that houses all the collective data in Grand Arena and what's worked and what doesn't work. Or
I'm gonna kick you.
if
Where's
you've been on my
disconnect?
stream, you've heard me say, let's go check with our friends over at swgoh.gg.
Oh, there goes the mic feed.
Technical
muted himself.
difficulties. Technical
He
difficulties.
muted
Look at that.
himself.
Look at that.
No, I muted him.
Well, actually, this might be a good time for me to cut in. I actually got to take off, guys. My wife's struggling with my little one who's fighting some kind of bug of some kind because she is just in a terrible mood. So I'm gonna go relieve her from duty, and it's been a pleasure, guys. We'll see you soon, I hope.
All right, man. Thanks for coming out.
Seeing you as always.
Good luck, man.
Take
Good
care, man.
night.
It was nice meeting you.
Take care. Yes, a pleasure. Bye bye.
All right, now my point on trouble. I agree with that because this round I started splitting up my normal trooper team. Normally I use Gideon, Piet, and Veers, Gideon, and Piet. I ended up putting in Dark Trooper with Veers and Piet, and I had to use Gideon. And I found out that Gideon, Death Trooper, and Range Trooper work really well at clearing out Finn and the Handbag Bros.
Nice.
So you can use Veers, Dark Trooper, and Piet to clear out a higher level threat.
Right. That's a good way to split up the team. The trooper.
I also didn't realize that Gideon called in a mass assist on his turn meter reduction.
Yeah, on his third special or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Death Trooper lets you get the stun down too,
Yep. It was fantastic.
or increase cooldowns, whichever one you decide to do. Either one nullifies using Zero Fin.
Very nice.
But I'll toss my hat in here too. I love 3v3s because I only hit Kyber in 3v3s. So I mean,
Well, there you go.
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna take my wins where I can get them.
I think I'd like 3v3 more if I was less involved with TW.
That's fair.
So when my whole life in this game revolves around getting 50 people together for a 5v5 event, like what Tassenix was saying about you need two different banks of knowledge, I'm just less inclined to build up that other bank of knowledge.
Right.
Well, especially when the 5v5 bank of knowledge is a constantly changing quicksand pit.
Yep.
Just fixing something. Hold on. All right. Let's look up that app. Propping everybody out.
People moving around on screen.
Yeah, I had to fix it where Tassenix gotta get off.
Some are square. Some aren't.
I feel like we should just start going, good night, John Boy.
All right.
What do we got next?
I just bracket. That's about it.
I was your area of expertise, so I will leave that one entirely to you.
Sorry, my wife's texting me. All right, I got a link for it. A second.
So how about their football while we wait for Trevor to get it together?
Well, an interesting day of football, that's for sure. A lot of results I wasn't expecting. I know that.
As someone who lives in Minnesota,
Yes.
right? I don't need to say anything else.
No, you don't.
Oh man, I don't even have to be a Vikings fan, but God, Packer fans are. I don't want you guys to have to edit more out, but yeah.
Oh yeah. So my wife is a Packers fan and I'm a Vikings fan.
Oh man.
I had a great day today.
Oh, I bet you did. I bet you did. I'll bet you're also sleeping on the couch.
No, she's at work, so I get to sleep in the bed and on the couch.
Oh, that's even better.
All right, so basically everybody in here we know we do the GAC bracket. I'm gonna send a link to chat. Click that link. Basically, I put everybody in the Discord that signs up in a bracket. We play GAC. We have a point system. I think we have a very good point system. We adjusted it this time. We haven't adjusted in a long time. But we run everything through inside the Discord. If everybody's interested, you just let us know. But the winner at the end gets money. The best person. Elro did win, so we decided we're going to donate to Toys and for Tots, a charity. So that was all up to him. We'll have more on about that soon. But yeah, so winner usually gets like $20, because you do have to post. Like, it's not a lot of work, but you do have to post if you want, zone holds, stuff like that. So it is a little bit of work. I think overall it makes me a better GAC player because I actually try harder because it's more competition. Like, I don't want certain people beating me, blah blah blah, and it makes me more competitive. We don't have a real thing yet to do it. And once we do, that'd be perfect. We can just input everybody's in the game. But right now, this is the best thing we got. We usually get about 20 people play. 15 to 20. So if anybody's interested, let us know. It's inside our Discord. It's pretty fun. When people stop posting once they start losing, but other than that, that's about it. I try to make it easy as possible because now we have three GECs a week. Not everybody can post all the time. That's why I pull data. Most of the time, everybody's pretty good about it. But yeah, some people like it, some people don't. Diezel tried it for one season and he didn't like it. So he ain't seen him since.
Nah, man, I've been so busy, but honestly, just for that, I'm gonna go ahead and sign up for this tournament, man. I got you.
Nah, I was just playing. I know you're busy.
Which account do you want me to join with, or do you want me to put?
I was just joking. You don't have to join.
Put them all in.
No, we only have one. Remember, we changed that rule.
All right, yeah, just throw Diezel in. I'm in it. I'll do this one.
I mean, I don't know any other ways to make it more fun. I've thought of ways. I've invited certain people. I mean, some people just don't like I think people don't like the posting aspect of it. I wish there was a way I could just pull and just do the sheet, and I'm like, this is how it is. You lost. They win. Boom. Done. But there's nothing out there like that yet. So.
If only there was something like SWG.
No, it doesn't show all the data. And they don't update on the last week until the other GAC starts.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So that screws me out the week 4. And it doesn't.
They don't tell you where it's located either, do you?
No, they don't tell me where the zone holds are or anything. They did like zone holds. We'd have to get rid of that. It just tells me individual holds.
Oh, gotcha.
So that, because I've thought of it, but that don't work either. But yeah, somebody needs to come up with something. It'd be a lot easier to pull. But it is what it is right now. I am going to list. I know Tassenix got off. But I do have his socials. I had him send them to me. I will put them in the chat. We've been talking all week, so he's a very good person. When I asked him to join, he said, "Heck yeah!" So you don't want me to stop? I smash it, please.
Tassenix is one of the reasons I actually miss Shadowlands.
He's a good person. I really like having him on here. It's just last time was scheduled. This time he's pretty free, so I do like having him on here. I like to get Raid Rock back on here. because we messed up the audio. There's a couple other people I enjoy having on here. That's why Dagger. That's why I invited you, because you're a very knowledgeable person, and I know you don't stream, but you're very knowledgeable. People tell me that. Ray Rock mentioned that he was very knowledgeable, and so you helped me with mods that one time. So I was like, yeah, I like people that are very knowledgeable. They don't have to be streamers. It's open to everybody. But
Thank you for the kind words.
No,
I see why I was never invited.
Some people don't like getting on here because they act like they have to show their face. I'm like, no, you just get on voice. I mean, that's all we do. Goof around. I think it's fun. I like to. Sundays are a little tough. Like on the bye week of GAC, it's a lot easier. You don't have a lot of people streaming. It's a lot easier to pull people in here. But on the weeks GAC's going, they're like, well, I got to do my Grand Arena. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's a little harder some of those days. But yeah, like I said, Ray Rock mentioned you, and I was like, I remodeled my JKL like you told me to, and I did very well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I try my best to help everyone who reaches out.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, I don't have much left unless you guys just want to bullcrap.
I will say that looked like a slightly slimmer version of the Ringer experience. So you don't need two of us on the same show. Like video-wise.
We can fit.
This is down 100 pounds since the beginning of the year.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's what happens when you work for the parcel company.
Yeah. I have this problem where I put on like 40 pounds last year and a half during COVID. So.
See, my problem was before COVID, I was actually pretty avid about the gym. And then COVID hit, and I haven't been back to the gym yet. So all my muscle turned to fat. So getting rid of the fat and just kind of like being on like a normal par is kind of nice.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else have anything to add? Talk about anything? Topics? No?
I don't think I
got
got
nothing.
It's Dark Side TB week. Like, what is there to talk about?
Not much.
how I'm about to be 3 for 4 on TBs with completions.
GAC, there has not been an announcement. That's a weird one, I guess, that we didn't really touch on, and whether or not and when it's starting up again.
They really don't really announce it, do they?
They do. Usually it's on the calendar, and it's not on the calendar this time.
It'll be on the December calendar, though, right?
It should be.
GAC starts on
Monday.
Well, yeah, technically signups will be tomorrow. So.
Oh, that's right. Maybe we're getting 2 weeks off because they are restarting the Conquest cadence.
When's that? Regan's Conquest starting again.
First week of December, I believe. They're resetting the cadence on that.
Yeah, they're back to 1st through 15th on Conquest.
Okay.
Maybe they're also then resetting GAC. I don't know.
No.
That would kill.
They told us they were going to do that to Conquest, but they haven't mentioned it for GAC. That leads me to believe they're not doing the same thing there.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I just wondered.
They should have at least warned us a little bit if that was what they were going to do.
Exactly. They could have at the same time.
That killed the game.
Oh, for Thanksgiving?
Well, think about it. Streaming wise, there'd be no content for 2 weeks.
Streaming content, but I'm sure the YouTubers will be very happy.
Not really. Not a lot of people's posting a lot of stuff. Right?
Did the November calendar not have GAC starting?
It
5v5, I mean?
It
Oh,
didn't.
correct.
The funny thing is, I think Zareth was the one that actually put a video up about it today, saying it's not in the calendar, and it's surprising because we've heard nothing about it. Somebody actually asked on the forums, and Dojavet basically said, I don't think it was Dojavet, it was somebody else that was from CG though. It said like it's not on the calendar, so you shouldn't expect it. It was like, that's a really strange answer to leave
Yeah.
for a bunch of people who are just trying to figure out what's going on. And then I guess somebody went into a Discord and asked Doja Fett about it, and Doja Fett just basically came out and said, "Well, we'll let you guys know about it soon." It's like soon. It's like 2 days from now. We need to know something.
Or they're planning something.
Well, if you look at the November calendar, it says, "Please note we will update this post with Grand Arena Challenge dates soon."
But that was the beginning. That was at the end of last month.
Exactly. And they haven't done that yet, which makes me think we might not be getting a normal GAC coming. We might be getting a very large
Update of some kind.
script flipped update.
We'll have to see.
As long as it's not
Good
back-to-back
night, folks.
3v3s, I'm good.
What you said, double leadership 6v6 sounds great.
Oh. I mean, can't imagine I would hate it. But
Hold on, we got somebody in chat said something. Doja said if it's not on the calendar, it ain't happening. From back it up. I looked into.
I mean, even if that's the case, that's not promising either, because it's like, wait, what's going on here?
If they're being quiet, I haven't looked at the calendar. If they're being quiet about it, they're dropping something. That's how they work.
Well, I mean, I think the real question is going to be, being that it is Thanksgiving week, is anybody even going to be in that office? And if so, I mean, are we going to hear something this week? Because, I mean, you got a lot of people that are expecting this to start up. I know there's a few of us that are in the GAC Center that are wondering when it's going to start up. So, yeah, what are we doing?
Oh, it wasn't Doja, it was Kaino that posted GAC is a calendar listed event. If it's not listed, you should not be expecting it.
isn't he an admin? I didn't think he was a
moderator.
That's what I mean. He's not he's a CG shill, just not an employee, right?
Yeah.
So we shouldn't really take what he
But
says.
still,
Take
that's not something you should be hearing from anyone representing CG. It's just, well, don't expect it. Well, okay, so what am I expecting in its place? Or what am I expecting, period?
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be super fussed to not have GAC over Thanksgiving. Like, I know it sucks that we won't have it for another week, but can you imagine a TAC day? Sorry.
I mean,
I just want to know when, whether it's a week away or 2 weeks away or whatever. I just want to know what's going on. That's all it really is. I don't.
That's where I am too. It's like, at the end of the day, just say something.
Give us something.
Even if it's not coming back until next week. Okay, great. Then I go back to modding for another week. That's all fine and good.
Should I start panicking about my mods now, or do I start doing it?
If we don't see anything tomorrow.
Well, now that Trevor called me out, I hope it does come back. I gotta join the tournament.
I have to hold up for another week. It'd be nice they drop something. If it ain't GAC, then give us some kind of good event this week.
Yeah, definitely.
Other
but
than
I gotta go make a run, get some food. The wife's hungry and kids are in bed. It was nice for y'all having me and nice meeting all you guys, man.
Nice meeting you too.
Back at you.
Y'all take it easy. Peace.
Cheers.
All right. Well, go ahead.
Yeah. I was say I didn't realize it wasn't on the calendar, but yeah, that's I wonder if we're getting the Wednesday or the Thursday update this week.
Wednesday. They should still be in office Wednesday. They'll probably be off Thursday and Friday. So I assume we're getting a Wednesday update because they like to push out updates and then go on vacation.
Yeah. I'm figuring something Tuesday or Wednesday. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because we're supposed to. Presumably, we're going to get another kit this week. because we have 4 weeks till Star Killer release, 1 per week, et cetera, et cetera. So my assumption is we're going to get 1 kit released this week and then 2 more Omicrons announced from the backlog of people they're giving them to.
Well, I mean, considering Mara Jade's pretty much been all but exposed, it's probably going to be that one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you consider they have 4 characters for this Legacy event, and it comes out in
15th.
we'll call it
15th?
20 seconds, the beginning of the week. You got 3 weeks to go, and if they're on an accelerated timeline to get them, are they accelerating them for free to play farm?
It
Don't
doesn't
look at me
sound
like
like
that.
CG.
Don't
That
look
doesn't
at me.
sound like something CG
Well-
would do.
Look at Trouble's face. He was just.
Why I said don't look at me like that.
It smells like BAM, right? How they did like the chase for the characters.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be as much of a priority because they've already said Star Killer is a permanent event.
Yeah.
So it's not like we have to rush to try to get them, and if we don't get them, we've got to wait 3 more months before we can go at it again. So they don't have to kill. They don't have to kill us with it.
Sure, but almost
Yeah.
every time they've released a like a character like that, and I understand this is a brand new event, but almost every time they release a we'll call it a legendary status character or higher, those characters have been available to farm free to play at that point. So that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. So when
Gotcha.
BAM came out, they put IG-11 and Queel on a chase.
Yes.
I remember for Cantina. So they weren't air quotes farmable, I don't think then. Or it depends on what you count farmable, right? They didn't become free to play farmable till January.
Right. I mean, I would consider that more free to play farmable because you're chase farming them at that point.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if they put each one of these characters on a different like energy?
Sold. Let's go.
No, for sure. I'm just saying, like, that would be my guess when they say accelerated, that they'll be farmable in a normal, maybe an accelerated cadence. You know, maybe they're out in 8 weeks instead of 12, but maybe 6 weeks like Piet was. But I do think that we'll get some kind of chase or additional way to earn shards in between.
Yeah, nice.
I mean, that would sound good to me. I wouldn't have a problem with that at all.
Not like anybody would.
No, I mean, I like new stuff coming to the game.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
I like putting off my armor farm.
all right. Let's wrap up. I want to thank Tassenix, Diezel, Dagger coming out. You're always welcome to come back. Like I said, we do it every other Sunday. What's the name?
Dagger, do you have any like socials like YouTube that you want to share? I know you
Nope.
mod for people, but I wasn't sure if you had like a YouTube or not.
No, you can probably find me on most people's Discords. Most prominently Fort Mort's and Tassenix's.
And ours.
Oh yeah, and on this one, but I don't right. I don't mod here.
Not yet.
I'm about to say,
That's
if
fair.
you,
That is fair.
if you want a mod, you just hit me up. Well, I need a mod.
Here.
My current mod is a jackhole. I can edit that out too.
I do apologize for you guys probably having to edit out that part
We got. Next time we'll just do recordings when we get you on here. I had a fun time. I had a really good time.
though.
Yeah. It's always weird asking people if they want to come in because you don't know, like, well, what are you guys about? What do you think we're about? We're about Star Wars. And then they're like, well, I don't know a lot about. Well, we're just having fun. You don't need to know a lot. I mean,
Well,
that's
I
what
know
we get.
Tassenix is qualified. I know for damn sure I am. Whatever it is.
He's been here twice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we just have a fun time. Like I said, we've had Ray Rock, Calvin, Ricky P, that's not twice.
We had Calvin. No, you said Calvin, didn't you?
Yeah, I said Calvin.
Slugmug, Swamp Grass.
Yeah, Slugma
Moving
Swamp.
skills on point. Listening skills leave something to be desired.
Yeah, I mean, so we have a good time, but I'll go ahead and wrap it up. I'm gonna go get some dinner. I appreciate everybody stopping in the chat, blowing up. Thank you guys for coming out. Everybody that chatted. Appreciate all of you guys. Is anybody alive right now? Position. Whose position? This Ron player?
The Tron player.
Yeah.
I've talked to him once. He's actually a really nice guy.
All right, that's all I need right there. All right, we'll rate him. All is verified counts only. I don't know if it'll let me rate him. I'll try. I don't like when people do that. You gotta put your phone number and everything in.
Yeah, I had one of those earlier when I directed my raid. It was very interesting.
The channel has a follower subscribe only chat. All right, let's go. That ain't happening.
The only other person streaming Star Wars Galaxy Heroes is Matrox.
Got one view. Let's pump up his.
Let's give him a little bit of a hype Sunday night.
Boost him up.
So
Yeah, I don't like that you have to be a follower of stuff like that. I don't feel like that helps you grow. That's just my opinion. All right, we're gonna send you guys over there. I do appreciate everybody coming out. Like I said, we will be back. That is December 5th. December 5th, we'll be back. I don't gotta find out who I'm gonna invite. But we'll find somebody. Like I said, check Elder out. I made this for Elder today. Nobody else will be back. Check out his Twitch. Check out Trouble. Check out Ringer. We all stream. Daggers will be modding my account when we get off here. He's already left.
no, he's just muted.
Oh.
No, I'm still here. I was just letting you guys wrap it up.
Okay.
I didn't realize I was muted until somebody said I've left. But don't worry, there was something else you didn't have to edit out.
Like I said, check us out in the Discord. We're all there. Hey, if you guys ever need help in Star Wars, we got plenty of experienced people in there. And we'll see you guys out there. Let's go raid him. And let's rock his world. All right, see you guys. Let's send you over.
Take care, everybody.
Later. Have a good night.
#GoVikings.